You want to know how I wound up with my head shaved in county jail, dressed in an orange jumpsuit, while half the city chanted my name outside and the other half wanted to see me ruined? Okay, let's back up a second, because I swear you'd think I'm making this up, but I couldn't invent a story this wild if I tried. So picture this. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and I'm sitting in county lockup, wrists cuffed, sweatpants, and a hoodie still clinging to me from my morning run. Next thing I know, Officer Collins is yanking my curls like he's starting a lawnmower, smirking as he drags buzzing clippers right across my scalp. Not protocol. I mumble, try not to flinch, and he barks, "Shut up." Clumps of my hair hit the concrete. Martinez's phone camera aimed at my face and laughing, calling my hair nappy, egging Collins on. I'll tell you right now, there's a special place in hell for people who get off on humiliation like that. Tears welled up in my eyes, sure, but my voice didn't shake when I looked into that camera and told them, "Tomorrow at 9 a.m., you'll see the real consequences." And let me tell you, by the next morning, the world would see a whole lot more than they bargained for. But the clock needs rewinding. Let's go back 24 hours. I'm Judge Diana Washington, 52 years old, Harvard Law on the wall, photos with senators in my office, a daughter who worries about me more than I worry about myself. That day, my chambers were piled with files, two of them thicker than Bibles, labeled People v. Martinez and People v. Collins. 17 complaints against Martinez, 14 against Collins. Not a single one investigated. You see these guys? Untouchable. That's how they walked around, how they carried themselves, smirks in their photos, like nothing and no one could ever bring them down. My law clerk, James, brings in coffee and more paperwork. The union wants a new venue. Says you're biased. I almost snore my coffee. Biased because I think police should follow the same laws as the rest of us. I glance at my phone text from my daughter Maya. "Be careful. Protests getting wild downtown." I text back, "Justice has a way of working itself out." She'd given me a recording device last month, after threats started showing up in my inbox. I'd laugh then, but that thing would save more than my case. Across town, Martinez and Collins are suiting up in the locker room, talking trash about the bleeding heart liberal judge they'll be seeing tomorrow, never suspecting that the woman jogging past protesters in MIT sweats is the same one whose gavel will decide their future. I lace up, stretch, and head out, not knowing the plaza is a powder keg about to blow, or that the next hour will flip the city on its head. The crowd is bigger than usual, hundreds chanting, "No justice, no peace," police everywhere, riot shields gleaming, news vans circling for blood. I'm just jogging, trying to slip through the chaos when suddenly bang. Tear gas explodes 10 feet away, burning my eyes, sending my phone skittering across the pavement. Through the fog, I hear Martinez's voice on a megaphone. "Disperse or be arrested." I stumble for my phone, people surging around me, when Collins' hand clamps my arm. "You were throwing rocks at the police." I blink at him, incredulous. "I was jogging. You saw me. Doesn't matter." Hands yanked behind my back, cuffs snapping tight, purse spilled open, and my little recorder lands by a storm drain, still whirring. "Assault on officer," Martinez announces, camera rolling. "I never touched you." I protest, and he just shrugs. "You threw a rock." I saw it. Watching them build their case out of thin air was like seeing cancer growing on a CT scan. I'd spent my life believing the system could be fixed, and here it was, rotten to the core. At jail, Collins and Martinez high-five, through the windshield proud as can be. I step out, cuffed but not bowed, other protesters filming with smuggled phones. "Yo, they're about to process another one," someone whispers. "Film this." Intake Officer Thompson's tired, shuffling paperwork, but Collins is eager, skipping the medical check. Protocol includes a thorough hair check. He lies, grinning, pulling out the clippers. I know that's not standard hell. I helped write the policy. But protocol, in this room, means whatever makes them feel big. He grabs my hair, and I stare at the security cameras, the activists with their phones, knowing that every second is being documented. The first pass of those clippers is worse than any punch. 30 years of growth, all my care and pride, just stripped away. Martinez films, Taunting, smile for the camera, Your Honor. Inmate. The slip-up freezes the whole room. Thompson's clipboard drops. Someone whispers, "What did you call her?" Martinez shrugs it off, but the activists know, and now the entire story is going viral, right there from holding. The radio crackles. All units, APB on missing person. Judge Diana Washington, last seen jogging near courthouse. Thompson's face goes ghost white. Martinez and Collins, still in denial, but the truth unravels fast. "You just shaved the head of Judge Diana Washington," Thompson blurts, and you could hear a pin drop. I stand up, dignity in tatters, but spine straight as steel. "Tomorrow at 9 a.m., you'll stand before me for excessive force charges." Every phone in the room is filming now. The world is watching. What happens next, you can't make up. The video explodes, first 50,000, then 5 million, then 12 million views by morning. Media's at my front door, my phone blowing up with calls from every major outlet, civil rights orgs, even the ACLU and NAACP. My daughter Maya is crying as she wraps a scarf around my head. "They destroyed your hair, Mom." I just shake my head. "Baby, hair grows back." Dignity doesn't. Internal Affairs steps in, and suddenly Martinez and Collins are sweating bullets. Suspension, federal investigation. They try the old tricks claiming it was procedure, blaming poor lighting, saying they couldn't have known who I was. But the body cam footage, my recorder from the gutter, even Thompson's hidden camera every angle, every word, every racist taunt, every Lee Eyes broadcast for the world. Turns out, my case is just the tip of a mountain of rot. Agent Carter and her FBI team show up in my chambers with data, charts, emails. "It's not just you, Your Honor. They've targeted dozens, over 70% people of color, overtime fraud, protection rackets with drug dealers, sexual assault disguised as contraband, checks the works. Social media is on fire, hashtags trending worldwide, videos of women shaving their heads in solidarity, crowds outside the courthouse that only get bigger by the hour. Death threats start rolling in. They target Maya, call her office, threaten my law clerk in a parking garage, spray paint dead judge walking on my mailbox. But I refuse to hide. If I go down, they win, and the rest of the victims never see justice. Support floods, $1 million raised overnight. Judges from around the country, celebrities, college students, regular folks, all standing up. Maya says, "You're not alone, Mom." Not anymore. Evidence piles up. Emails from a union plotting my destruction. Financial records showing the depth of the corruption. Survivors coming forward, Terrell Johnson, Maria Santos, David Rydall, with their own horror stories of humiliation and abuse. Internal Affairs Detective Reeves comes forward, undercover for years, now bringing the final nail. Body cam footage proving Martinez and Collins knew exactly who I was, bragging about breaking uppity ones, talking about being God in jail. And then comes the day, sentencing day. Protesters 6 blocks deep, courtroom packed, cameras rolling. I walk in, head high, African head wrap shining like a crown, and the whole place stands as one. Collins and Martinez sit in orange jumpsuits, shackled, their lawyers sputtering motions for recusal. I bang my gavel, deny it flat out. If anything, my experience makes me uniquely qualified to judge the impact of your actions. We play the evidence. The room is silent as everyone watches my hair hit the concrete, hears the taunts, sees the receipts of their fraud, the texts threatening my daughter. Survivor after survivor stands up, their voices trembling but clear, telling the world what was done to them. The final blow? Collins and Martinez, caught on audio 3 days after my arrest, mocking me, using words I won't repeat here, reminding everyone exactly what's at stake. Sentencing: Martinez, 8 years. Collins, 12. No parole. The gallery explodes, tears, cheers, justice, finally. Outside, 30,000 people celebrate, the numbers climbing higher with every tweet, every post, every broadcast. News flashes around the globe: London, Tokyo, Johannesburg, all calling it what it is, justice at last. As I leave the courthouse, I pull off my head wrap, let the cameras see what they try to take from me. They try to strip my dignity, I tell the world. But all they did was show their own disgrace. Reporters shout, "What's next?" I just smile. 41 other victims still need justice. This court will provide it. 3 months later, the Washington Police Reform Act passes body cams, civilian oversight, federal prosecution for civil rights violations. My chambers fill with letters from around the world. Chief Angela Reeves leads a reform department. Survivors Thrive Terrell, now a law graduate. Maria, honored for her courage. David teaching constitutional law. First slide my courtroom photo. In my final interview, they ask if I have regrets. Only that it took my assault to show what communities of color endure every day. But justice doesn't stop now. And as I sit at my desk, my hair growing back, my phone lights up International Criminal Court wants me to advise on justice reform overseas. You know what I said? Where do you need me? Now, if you made it this far, tell me, when power is abused, what would you have done? What do you stand on justice and accountability? Drop a comment, share your story, and let's keep this fight alive. Because real justice doesn't end in a courtroom, it begins when we demand it together.